My passion for education comes down to opportunity. I mean, and we talk about that in a lot of different ways, but my parents were from a small town. They're both from Whitmire, South Carolina. Textile had just an enormous community with both textile mills that were there. My grandfather was, manager at one of them, a leader in that community. My father, when he was a senior, he won a physics competition, and he and his teacher from little town in South Carolina, with one traffic light, won a trip to New York City to a GE Expo. And seeing that display of technology at that point in his life just totally changed what the world looked like. And so I want all kids in South Carolina, I want all kids, period, to have the opportunity to see the world that's bigger than their neighborhood, that's bigger than the bus that they ride to school, that's bigger than the internet they see that may or may not be accurate. I want all students to value themselves enough that they're willing to take a risk. And I want all parents and schools to be comfortable enough to allow their students to try new things and not always be trying to fit into status quo of what's good.
There's nobody more involved in the charter world than Mike. I think it really is a passion of his to be able to provide some alternative education for kids that never had that opportunity. Really what makes him tick is seeing kids that come from either low-income housing or eco-family subset that wouldn't provide them an opportunity to be able to learn like they could learn at Brazier. That's what really wires him.
He's not going to let you do something that he's not willing to do. He's family oriented as well. He's one that he laughs with us all. He's just a family. You can go to him with anything. He's unlike any principal that I've ever met. He's one you can talk to him about anything. You can go to him about anything, and he's all for the kids.
I see education in South Carolina as in a growth stage. I mean, I think we're doing a lot of things right because I see us as a state trying to boil it down to a smaller list of skills that we want our students to have, rather than a very vague 21st century citizen, kind of really vague. We're trying to put some specifics in there. The one thing I know about South Carolina is we love independent control. We see that with state government trying to really respect local government. And sometimes that independence can hinder growth, because sometimes you need to bring everybody under a more unified umbrella. And so I think that's where we are. I think we have to all see ourselves as a state instead of a bunch of school districts that are all out to get ours. Because sometimes you gotta give to get. So I think that's what needs to be on the horizon for our state, is a collaborative approach so that we can see growth.